Hey guys, it's Alex from TechHairs.com, and I'm back with a follow-up video on the ASUS Zenbook S14. This is the new laptop with the new Intel 200V series in this guy. And I had a great response to my first video. Appreciate all the comments and all the likes and all the views that I've gotten on that video. A lot of questions about this laptop, and I wanted to go over some of these. I can't respond to every question on YouTube, so I decided just to kind of go through some of the questions and try to answer them the best I can for you in this video. But before I do that, one disclaimer: as I explained, as my other video says, my previous video was an overview and an unboxing, and I've said it time and again in my videos, I don't do video reviews. So commenters were very upset because this wasn't, it wasn't a review. Well, you're right, because it wasn't a review. If you want a review, go look somewhere else. If you don't like my content, then go somewhere else. Nothing I can do about it. I can only do the best I can. If you don't like it, adios. Have a great day. But for those who are interested in my content and are very nice in the comments, thank you very much. I'm going to try to answer some of your questions. I've been using this now for a few days. Like I said before in the previous video, I have several laptops to review. They've been sending them to me quite consistently this year. So the S14 had to sit by for a little bit until I could finish some others. I'm still working on the Microsoft Surface Laptop 7, or whatever it's called. That's the next one I'm writing right now. But I did use the Zenbook S14 for a few days because of the reaction to the previous video. So I'm just going to go over some of these questions. I'm not going to be able to answer every one of these, specifically, especially the ones about performance. As far as like if you're looking for benchmarks and for performance details like Geekbench and anything else like that, I don't do benchmarking. I test my stuff real world, and I don't look at the numbers that a program puts out. I just look at how does it function for me in my use case, and then that's what I write about. So to be fair, the way that a laptop's going to perform and how battery life's going to be is going to vary between users, and how you have your settings and your battery settings and your performance settings and your screen brightness and your backlit keyboard. Are you streaming video in the background, streaming audio in the background? Or what are you doing with it? So you really need to take a look at as many reviews as possible and then parse all that information for yourself, because every review is an opinion. It is not gospel, and you don't take my word for everything, okay? Because it's not going to your use is going to change, is going to be different than mine. So just consider my opinion and then form your own conclusions, is what I'm saying. So it's just what it is, okay? All right, I don't want to make this video long. I'm 4 minutes in already, so let's get into this. And I'm not going to, your guys' names are on the screen. Some of these usernames I can't pronounce, so forgive me. I'm just going to read the questions and then try to answer as best as possible. Nice video, mate. Can you please update ASAP about battery life, performance, watt usage, temperature? Because Intel mentioned battery life and performance so much. Thank you. Thanks for the comment and the question. The performance on this has been great from the 2 or 3 days that I've used it. This is the biggest question. Okay, so this is right out the gate. We're going to answer this. The battery life has, ASUS says all-day performance or all-day battery life. And I'm gonna say that that's pretty on spot. I'm gonna jump over to my Zenbook S16 review, which I just posted. That was the laptop I was working on before I did that last video. So the ASUS Zenbook S16, which is the AMD Ryzen AI 9 version, is very similar to this laptop. It's it's the same design, but it's running an AMD chip, and the performance on that one was great. And let's see here. There's performance and battery life. Here we go. And here, I believe I said I was getting about 10 hours, or I don't know, about 14. Is that? Yeah. So for my use case on that laptop, I was getting about 14 hours, give or take. Sometimes it was less, sometimes it was more. Again, it depends on what you're doing. And on this Zenbook S14, it's close to that, between 12 to 13 hours. And that's not straight work. Let's see here. I brought this up because I wanted to kind of tell you what I do with, okay, so here, for an idea of my workflow on most laptops, I write articles. I'm writing my articles and my reviews. Most of the day that's where I'm spending my time, is on WordPress. I check my emails via my Canary email client. I'm browsing the web on Firefox, Brave, Edge, and I usually have all three of those open. I edit photos in Affinity Photo, and those are not like photography photos. Those are like thumbnails and product photos and that kind of use case. I'm compressing images in KCM. Sometimes I use the Copilot, and the Copilot I do just ask simple questions. The AI stuff is not relevant to me. The AI, I wrote it in this review, and I'll write it in this S14 review. I think that the Copilot and the AI stuff is kind of overblown. There's really no use case for it for me. But I also do a lot of social media, so I have 12 social media tabs open at all times. I'm streaming music, and I edit these videos in DaVinci Resolve. So on the S16, I was getting around 14 hours, give or take, sometimes 12, sometimes 13. On the S14, the Intel 200V series, which is the one we're talking about right now, I'm getting between 11, 12 hours of battery life. And that is with my performance settings set at balanced, and with my screen brightness all the way up and my backlit keyboard on. And that's how I always work. I always work with the full screen brightness no matter what environment I'm in. I like my screens very bright, and my backlit keyboard always on. Unless I'm using the white version. The white version, when you're in during the day, you can't see the keys as well when you have that backlit on. But anyway, I digress. So that's it. That's pretty much the battery life for me, for my use case. 11 to 12 hours. Solid, I know I could probably get more if I changed the settings, and I did a little bit less brightness on the panel, and I turned off my backlit keyboard, and maybe even turned Bluetooth off and other things. All the radios are on, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, everything is on. Excuse me, I had to take a drink of coffee here. All right, so that is answered. The battery life question is answered. Performance. It is on par again with that AMD. I am doing what I need to do, which is edit photos in Affinity and do very light video editing between 1080p and 4K. And these are moderate files, so keep that in mind. I'm not using this to do heavy cinematic video editing. I'm using them to edit these videos and just do very simple video editing with very minimal cuts and very minimal transitions and very minimal titles or anything else that really bog that down. But battery life is impacted by video editing and photo editing heavy. If I'm using Affinity a lot during the day, then I do see the battery come down a little bit. And when I use DaVinci, especially if I'm doing a very long video, then I can see battery life come down a little bit. But that's expected, all right? That's to me, that's expected. I don't know about to you, but to me, that's expected. So I don't mind it at all. I think this laptop is 11 to 12 hours is more than acceptable to me for a Windows laptop. Standby time, I closed this thing a few days ago. I think it was at, I have it plugged in right now, but I think it was at 10%, and I left it for a couple days, and I came back to it with like 6 or 7%. So not too bad on the standby time. Just kind of going to sleep and most Windows laptops in the past haven't done that well. So very, very spot on for that. All right, so that covers battery life and performance for my use. I'm going to keep saying that because comments, you guys, some people are crazy. But for your use, it might be different. I don't know what you do, so you'll have to be the judge of that. What are the speakers like? Do you have an access to a MacBook for comparison? The speakers, yes, I actually just sold my MacBook Pro, but the speakers on this are excellent for a Windows laptop. I believe this is a 6-speaker system. Might be 4, but I think it's 6. I know the S16 has 6-speaker Harman Kardon as well. But the speakers on the S16 and the S14 are really great. And I say that with the fact that I've always hated Windows laptop speakers, but these speakers are really good. They are not as good as a MacBook Pro, or I've never used a MacBook Air, at least the new ones. But the MacBook Pro's speakers are still very good on the bottom end. They I think they do a better job of creating a nice ample soundstage. These do a great job as well. That bottom end is still a little thinner than I would like. And I'm not asking for like thumpy bass, like rappy type thumpy bass, but when I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to a movie, I want that bottom end. That's kind of like the foundation of everything. It just kind of holds everything else up. The mids and the highs are held up a little bit more with that good bottom end. But the speakers are good. All right. Torn apart. Next question says, I'm torn apart which one to purchase. Do I recommend the AMD 370HX or the Intel 288V? They're both really good. I guess it's going to be on you on, is everything you need to do going to function on the 288V or I guess there's some programs that may not run as well on AMD. So that's your choice. I think if I were to choose between this S14 and this I guess the best way I can answer the question is, you give me the S16 with the AMD 370 in it, and you put the Intel 288V next to it, and I use these side by side, and I'm choosing the AMD. That's me. So you parse that information however you want. And next question says, can I do an extensive battery test? Really curious if they claim 20 hours of battery life in real world. So I don't know. A lot of these manufacturers claim these big battery lives, and I think that you could probably get the claimed battery life if you were. Again, it's all subjective. It depends on what you're doing, and I think a lot of those battery life claims, they were testing with video playback, local video playback that's not streamed. So battery life is less impacted when you're doing local video playback. So I'm confident that I could probably get more than 11 or 12 hours out of this laptop. I'm confident I could probably get closer to what the AMD was pushing for me, 14, 15 hours, depending on what I'm doing and how I have my settings set up. But 20 hours, I still think 11 to 12, 14 hours is great for a Windows laptop. That's huge. So, all right, next question. Battery life again. Can it last a day of work? Yes, it can last a day of work, at least for me. I don't know what you do. And, if you're doing a lot of heavy computation, you might not survive as long as I did. But I'm doing a lot of, I type, I write for a living. That's what I do. I write for a living, and I don't do a lot of heavy computation. Let's see here. Considering getting this or wait for new ones to come out, I have to use it for my college years. I'll say I want one laptop. Considering getting this all right. So this particular S14 is a great laptop. Okay, and I think if you're using it for college, it's gonna do you good. It's gonna last you all day. I don't suspect that you're going to be on your laptop for 14 hours in a day. So, I wasn't on this for, it lasted me for 11 or 12 hours, but I wasn't on it for 11 or 12 hours straight. So it lasted me for a couple of days. I'd go 2 or 3 or 4 hours a day on it, and it would last me, for a few days before I had to plug back in. So I think it'll be fine. I will address gaming. I don't game. I'm not a gamer. I do casually game, and I have I game on my Xbox and I have a handheld and a Nintendo Switch. My son's the one that does most of the gaming, but I don't do a lot of gaming, and I haven't gamed on the S14. But if you do gaming, you have to know that the battery's going to go. This is not a gaming laptop, and even gaming laptops, the batteries don't last very long, and that's just normal. But yeah, I would say. You have eight more months to go. I'd be comfortable saying any of the Snapdragon, the new Qualcomm Snapdragon Elites, X Elites, this Intel 200V, and the AMD Ryzens, any of these laptops are going to be really good. This is a year of laptops, man. Windows laptops are hot right now, and I'm really impressed with a lot of the stuff's going on. All right. This guy says, I'm so confused with those ones. They say the ASUS Zenbook S14 have Intel Ultra 9 processors, but even yours still has the Ultra 7. These are not Ultra 9 or Ultra 7s. These are 200Vs. This is the new chip. You're thinking about the previous ASUS Zenbook S14, which has the Intel Ultra 9 and Ultra 7, and those processors are very different than what's in there. So I would say do some research on the 200V. And the previous Zenbook S14 is different. How much did I pay for that? I didn't pay for this because ASUS sent it out. I'll be sending it back when I'm done with this review. So, but the price I think is $14.99 to start. Can it handle Premiere Pro? Well, it handles DaVinci Resolve, so it can probably handle Premiere Pro. Though I will say I don't do heavy video editing. So if you are like a cinematographer, if you're a movie maker, if you're doing heavy video editing, I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. Let's see. Any more questions here? How's the battery? I already answered that. Thanks for the great content. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Enjoyed your observation between the Zenbook with Lunar Lake chip and the ThinkPad X1 Carbon Aura Edition. Tell it what comes out. Would be interested in seeing you do a review. I'm hoping to get the Aura edition of one of the Lenovo's the ThinkPad X1 Carbon Gen 13 Aura or the Yoga Aura edition. There's the two. So that is it for questions. I thank you guys who have asked questions and have interacted here on this video. I appreciate this is one of my more successful videos, and I appreciated all the comments. I didn't appreciate some of the comments that hey, I had a few comments saying I didn't do a review and it wasn't a review, and they were angry about that, and so and I didn't show the laptop enough, and well, here it is here. But you have to understand, I'm working with what I have, and I'm not a seasoned YouTuber. I've been on YouTube for a long time, but it's just I write. Okay, that is what I do. I write reviews, and that's what I'm good at. Doing YouTube videos is secondary for me right now, but I am enjoying what I'm doing, and I one of the reasons why I haven't done many YouTube videos is because his YouTube comments are toxic, man. There's some nasty people out there, and I don't like you. So I've stayed away from YouTube videos because of that. But I think that I'm going to start doing a lot more of these, and maybe even more follow-ups like this. And you know what? If you like the video, I love you. If you don't like the video, kick rocks. I don't care anymore. We all have different talents, and well, Windows Hello didn't work there. Probably because I didn't have the camera pointed at me properly. And so, I do my best. All right, that's all I can say, is I do my best on these videos and try to get some decent shots. I am not going to take all of my time from writing to do fancy camera work and pretty little things that a lot of other YouTubers, that's what they do for a living. They film and they write very short scripts, and they do the gimbal work and everything else. And I just don't have time for that. I have a lot of reviews and a lot of things that I need to cover. And so my time is valuable, and I don't have time to look through all that stuff. And I mean, to actually go through producing a lot. So I need to make them quick, and I need to make them as informative as I can. And so anyway, that's what I got to say about that. I really do appreciate all you that did comment on this video, that were positive about the video. Very, very happy and appreciative. That's all I can really say. And everyone else that didn't like the video, move on. At any rate, that is it, guys. I am going to wrap this up, and I will get on to writing my Microsoft Surface 7 laptop review, and then following that one up, I have other reviews that I'm writing. I still have, excuse me. I've got, I'm losing track. I got to get my notes up at some point here and look in. I have languishing reviews that I got to get done, and I've pushed some of these laptop reviews to the front. Got a TV review from Hisense I got to get done. I've got the ThinkBook Plus that I got to get done. I've got, I got a gimbal over here I got to get done. So maybe I'll do some of those fancy little gimbal shots for you guys in the future here. But anyway, hey, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please, if you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to subscribe. It's been a long time coming. I should have built this channel a long time ago, but due to my apprehension, because of I really don't like negative comments. I really don't like having to deal with trolls. I kind of backed off on this kind of content because there's more trolls than there are good people. Well, that's not true. There's more good people than there are trolls. It's just the trolls are the loudest, and so they're annoying, and I just kind of backed off on this kind of content. But the number of good people that have commented on this video really gave me encouragement, and so I'm gonna make more content. More video content is coming. Thanks for watching. Please like it, subscribe, share the video. Stay tuned for the ASUS Zenbook S14 review in the coming week or two. Hopefully, I can get some of these other reviews written and out of the way so I can get to this one. So yeah, I'm busy working, guys. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you on the other side.